Yes, folks, it's Tales from the Jails with John G. Sutton. Just back from holiday. And today I'm going to talk a little bit about a nice proposal from the Ministry of Justice, Shamir Mahmood. They're proposing now. Obviously, they've got somebody thinking about this. Forcible castration for sex offenders. That's chemical castration, by the way. Now, I first saw this in practice where they were trying it out at Wormwood Scrubs back in the early 70s when I was there. It was very much like Clockwork Orange, where they wired up the inmates to a screen and required them to watch various obnoxious images of people being abused, people being mutilated, people being set on fire, people being sexually molested, and they wired up to an electroencephalograph. So they had all wired up to a big machine, and it told them, at which point their brain was activated by this. The doctors were administering. This is a practice that they were doing at Wormwood Scrubs with sex offenders. And they then administered them medication or some chemical inhibitor and to test whether or not this would actually have an effect upon their ability to register when they saw obnoxious images or when they were supposedly sexually aroused. The problem they had was that there were side effects to these drugs, and one of the side effects was that the male inmates started to develop female breasts, or very much similar to female breasts, and of course that caused problems, but they were experimenting at that time. So whatever they've come up with now, I'm not exactly certain, but the Ministry of Justice is proposing forcible chemical castration on convicted sex offenders. What next, folks? What next? Don't know if anybody saw Newsnight last night. I believe it was Newsnight, where they were discussing the prisons. And basically, they don't know what to do. They can't recruit staff to the prisons because basically it's an extremely dangerous job and the pay is little more than basic rate. So you could get £30,000 a year to be in a car park attendant, or you could get £24,000 a year being a prison officer and having boiling oil thrown at you and scalding water and knife attacks and generally being targeted by the gangs. And from a report that I also read was that staff in the secure units within the prisons, the isolation units for terrorist offenders, are actually afraid that they may or their families may be targeted by the inmates or connections from the inmates, and subsequently they would be, well, I believe that one of the problems was they thought they were going to be beheaded by the inmates. So they allowed these gangs to take place. So what do? Well, I see that they've signed a deal with Mauritius to lease the islands, off them. And why not? Why not open a prison there, and all the terrorist offenders be held in a prison on the what do you call the Caucasus Islands, and stick the prison there and get them out of the way, and you can employ people from Mauritius to staff the prisons. I'm sure that they get that at the right rate, and it would get them out of the United Kingdom, because obviously they don't want to be in the United Kingdom, really, do they? Because if they did want to be in the United Kingdom and be part of our society, then they would probably behave in a manner that's slightly different to the one that's seen them incarcerated. Some of them are serving like life times 20 or more for atrocities like the Manchester bombing with that scumbag Abadi. Yeah, and of course when we've got the maniac shithouse from Southport, the Southport shithouse, he'd do well on some remote island, don't you think? Because I do believe that that's the one way we're going to deal with the terrorist faction in our society, that once they've been in prison, found guilty, and ship them off to a remote island and a high secure prison staffed by people from Mauritius or wherever, and run it robotically. I also see that the prison system is starting again to release people early. They're now, well, I can see that there's a good reason for that, because they haven't got any prison places. There's over 87,000 inmates in the prisons at the moment. Now, if we go back to 1975, when I first started working in the prisons, the population was approximately 38,000. So they've got more than double that now. They've built a lot more prisons, and they're putting people in for things like posting up offensive tweets or messages on Facebook, Snapchat, Instagram, WhatsApp, and putting people in prison for that. I mean, these are hardly dangerous offenders, are they? And that lady Lucy, yeah, she's in there, serving what, 2 years? What for? Strange world, isn't it? And now we've got castration of sex offenders. I'll be talking more about that later in another post. What are they going to do next? 3 more prisons planned. Stick more people inside for posting up naughty little words on social media. Let's get them all banged up. What next? Anyway, it was very nice in the Lake District, and I'll be extensively doing this. And don't forget, on Tuesday, the 27th at 7 p.m, we've got a live broadcast here. I have not forgotten. And that's my little rant for today on my first... I just got back, actually, from the Lake District. I was staying at Grange over Sands and riding out. Really beautiful Buttermere, was really nice. Yeah, anyway, I'm going to sing to you now, so I better get the song dinger out, hadn't I, because it creates panic when I start singing. I bet you've missed that bastard, eh? The song dinger. So, yeah, here we go. Comments down below, insults, all the rest of it. I like it. This is a song by Hank Williams. It's covered by many people, but this is, I'm going to try and do the Hank Williams version, which won't work, will it? Let's be perfectly honest. This is Your Cheating Heart. Your cheating heart will make you weep. You'll cry and cry and try to sleep, but sleep won't come the whole night through. Your cheating heart will tell on you. When tears come down like falling rain, you'll toss around and call my name. You'll walk the floor the way I do. Your cheating heart will tell on you. your cheating heart will pine someday and crave the love you threw away. The time will come when you'll be blue. Your cheating heart will tell on you. When 'tis come down like falling rain, you'll toss around and call my name. You'll walk the floor the way I do. Your cheating heart will tell on you. There. I bet you're ready now, eh? I bet you're ready for some tears now, eh? Brought tears to your eyes. Tales from the Jails with John G. Sutton. Do like, subscribe, and don't forget, leave me some comments.